Hey, Shalonda Gordon here, and today we're going to talk about how do I leverage myself online. I want to talk to you about exactly what you want to do to leverage yourself online and explain a little bit about what exactly that means. So, just a quick story about this. Okay, so I was self-employed for 11 years and swore up and down, oh, I was doing the thing. Now, I don't know if you realize there's a difference between being self-employed and being an entrepreneur. But for me, back in the day, I thought they were one and the same. Now, I've been a practicing entrepreneur. I don't say practicing, but I've been an active entrepreneur for the last 3 years now. I'm in the middle of my third year. And basically, when I say that, it means I'm full-time. This is my job. This is how I make a living. Basically, by sharing and helping others online, and by pretty much I'm in sales. I'm not even gonna lie. I get that right up out there. But it's something I had to learn because I reached a point in my life that it was by any means necessary, that it just simply didn't matter. And I just want to talk to you a little bit more about that leverage. See, back when I was self-employed, and this story is going to be a little bit interesting for you, so just roll with me, okay? When I was self-employed, I ran my mother's mental health practice. She is a psychologist, and we had a mental health practice that was really hers, but I pretty much ran it. And I was the secretary. Did the billing. I did the scheduling. I cleaned the office. I was the custodian. I fixed the computers. I was the IT guy. I went to the bank, you know what I'm saying? I did everything, right? Did everything, which it was fine. I got compensated for doing everything. I thought I was being self-employed was what I desired in life. But every year, as I kept exchanging that time, I still had a capped income. What do I mean by capped income? Well, when I worked, once it was done, that time was over. It was my mother's business at the end of the day. She was the one whose names was on everything. I was really a contracted employee. So basically, I didn't even get benefits. I'm just a contracted employee that's self-employed that does everything. Yes, I had freedom of time. I did. But that freedom of time came with a price because every minute I worked, all that time was gone. So once I got paid for that time, I can never benefit from that time again. So as I began to really start to look into building a business online, really start to see how can me and those that I help, how can we work together and build leverage so that we're in a position that I never have to have a capped income again. I never have to have a position where I work for 40 hours. And once I get paid for those 40 hours will never work for me again. How do I get out of that? Have you considered that point? When you go to work for 40 hours for somebody else who's benefiting off the work you've done now, from now, tomorrow, next week, next year, next 5 years from now, they're still benefiting from the work you did, but you did the 40-hour work. And now you got paid for it, and that time is just gone. Time is one of the most precious things. I'm a single mom. That might be why you're watching this, because you might be a single parent as well. And one thing I've realized, and I'm sure you're realizing it too, is that time is something we can never get back. Once it's gone, it's gone. Spend years working away from the babies become toddlers. The toddlers become, children. The children become teenagers or preteens, and they become teenagers. Then they go to college and they leave. They leave. Time. Gone. Gone. I don't know if you noticed, but that hit me hard. That hit me really hard. I have my youngest is 7 right now. My oldest is getting ready to hit high school. I remember when I had 18 years and now I have 4. I've been full-time now as an entrepreneur for 3 years because I want to be there for every waking moment I can be there. I'd rather work in my office at home when my babies are running around. I can hear their joy and their laughter than be somewhere where people don't even give a crap about me. It had to be a way. And that's why I'm here right now doing this video about leverage. I want you to understand clearly why it's so important and why you want it. When you start to join a team and you come in with a team and a team environment, I feel like I dropped something, in a team environment, then now we leverage each other. When you come onto the internet, you're able to leverage yourself, right? So I'm doing this video right now. You're watching it. Now, obviously I did this video before this moment right now because I'm not recording. This isn't live. You're watching a recorded video that I did, and I'm training you on leverage, right? So that's the time I spent making this video. Right now I'm in like 4 minutes. These 4 minutes are working for me over and over again. They're working for me right now because you're able to see something that's training you on something, a solution. How do I leverage myself on the internet? How do I do it? Right? And I already tapped into the reason why you want to. Now, being self-employed, I remember clearly, I had my youngest, she was 7, I had her gone to the hospital, gave birth or whatever. When I went to give birth, I wasn't at the office. I couldn't do the billing, I couldn't do the scheduling, I couldn't see who had come in and add, make sure that everything was in order from clients who had already been there, clients who had left, their co-pays being paid, their insurance companies being billed. All of this hadn't been done because I had been in the hospital for 3 days after delivering my baby. My roommate at the time, we left the hospital and everything, and I said, look, I need to stop by the office. She was like, what you going to the office for? I said, girl, I got to go by the office. See, if I don't go to the office, I don't get paid because billing's not being done. There's no cash in the account to pay me. So I have to go to the office to handle the billing. So we go to the office. Y'all, I just left the hospital from giving birth. We go to the hospital, to the office. I sit down. My roommate, she's sitting over there, like, she had a date that night, but she was helping me by getting me to the hospital because my youngest, I had her by myself. I'm a true single mom, right? And so I had her by myself, and I needed a ride from the hospital. My mom was at an event. She had some things she had to do, so my mom had been there for me the whole time. She was there when I delivered and everything, and so my roommate, a good friend of mine, came and brought me to the office, picked me up from the hospital, brought me to the office. She's standing there over my shoulder with her arms crossed, just irate, like, how dare you be here working? And I'm explaining that I don't have a choice. I don't have a choice because if I don't do it, it won't get done because there's no leverage. It's just me, no leverage. So she let me do it for about 60, maybe 45 minutes. And she said, get your stuff and let's go. You have a hole in you, girl. You just had a baby. You know what I'm saying? I was like, okay. So got my stuff and left. But at that moment, I realized, wow, if I don't do it, it doesn't get done. This can't be the way to go. I only have 24 hours in a day. Even if I worked every bit of 24 hours, that's the most money I could possibly make. That's why there's CEOs. CFOs and all this stuff. That's why there's managers. That's why there's employees. That's why when you go to work, they're using your work. They're paying you to do the work, and then they're using it over and over again. I felt like being self-employed was not that much different from being an employee for somebody else. I was just contracted, and I had freedom of time. So I could leave the hospital and come to the office. I could get up in the middle of the night and go to the office if I wanted to. But still, I was just saying the money was capped. I only had 24 hours in a day. I could never work any more than that. And I was on salary, but I could never work any more than that. Came onto the internet and realized that there's time and there's money. Let's say I make $100 an hour, right? And I work 40 hours, or I work 24 hours in a day, work all 24 hours, right? In one day. I could still only cap out at the 2,400. But if we build a team, we work together. And then I work 12, and 12. Now all of this time is working for all of us, right? Now this doesn't even include the internet. When you're on the internet and you put out content, you do a video, you do an audio, and you put that content on the internet for others to see it, and then they take action off of what you put out there. Now you're leveraging yourself, and the team is being leveraged. Everybody's leveraging each other. It's all over the place. When you're sleeping, you wake up to connections. You wake up to sales. Let me ask you, are you leveraging yourself, or are you being leveraged? Are you leveraging the team? Well, who's the team? The team is me. The team is you. The team is us. We are the dream team. We are a team. I invite you to join the team. Because see, here's what's going to happen. Let me just clarify this for you. When you join the team, you get an understanding of what's this content I'm putting out. So every hour I put in my business, are you telling me this hour is working for me even when I'm sleeping? Yes, that's what I'm telling you. Are you telling me this hour is working for me even when I'm on vacation? Yes, that's what I'm telling you. Wait, so is this hour working for me even at the same time that I'm working on something else in a different hour? Yes, that's what I'm telling you. See, when you join the team, I show you exactly how to do that. So that over time, and I need you to understand, I came on the internet in 2008. Right now, the time of this video is 2015. No, it didn't happen overnight. No, I don't do get rich quick. But on the flip side, I don't do get rich slow either. You can get rich at every pace you decide. Once you make a decision. One thing I do know, that if you don't decide, nothing will change. Nothing will change. Leverage is what's missing. Leverage is what's missing in the dynamic of you creating an amazing income, having a business where you can work 4 hours. There's a book called 4 Hour Work Week. Get it, read it. Where you can work 4 hours a week and still see success. Yeah, you got to set it up. Yes, you have to put in some work. But ultimately, the sky is the limit. The stars are the limit. Truth be told, the sky isn't even a limit. Go ahead, click the link below this video. Go ahead, click the link below this video, and let's start to build leverage. Let's start to have you, just close your eyes for a moment and imagine, because you can just hear my voice. You don't have to see me, because I'm going to look the same. I'm just sitting here. So if you could just imagine, right, how it feels to wake up to an email saying you just got paid, congratulations. How would it feel to see a change in your life, all because you put in a little work now so that later you can have freedom, not just of time, but even of your income, expanding it, taking off the caps completely. That's what we have here. That's what I'm offering you. Click the link below this video. I look forward to seeing you on the other side. Make it great and keep smiling. Bye.